just one of these students, and I'm here to support the motion which states the current socio-economic challenges in Nigeria with consequences of past administration.
I stand before you today to argue that the policies of the current government in Nigeria are indeed contributing to the current social and economic challenges.
My name is a representative of JSS3 slug. I stand before you today to support the motion which
It is inhabitants to know documents. Our nation is on ground insecurity, and it has become almost impossible for any one of us to sleep with our two eyes closed. Before I go on, it's prominent to recognize the principle, panel of judges, the eloquent projector, impartial timekeeper, my co-debater, and my attentive audience. I am.
Overpopulation is the primary driver behind numerous socio-economic challenges, and not only Nigeria or Africa is affected, but also other overpopulated countries in the world. As population grows beyond the capacity of resources and infrastructure, government struggles to meet the right demand, leading to systematic issues that hinder social and economic development. Before I proceed, I would like to give honor to the community by saying, good day Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, appropriate time people, body opponents, and my value seniors. My name is Ali Ajani, a representative of SST class, and I am here today to support the motion that overpopulation is to be blamed for Nigeria's current social and economic challenges. But first, what is overpopulation? According to Wikipedia, overpopulation is when the number of species in a particular place is more than the carrying capacity of its environs. When the number of people in an area is more than the capacity of resources, it is said to be overpopulated. It is of course when the birth rate is more than the death rate. As of January 3rd, 2025, Nigeria's population is estimated at 235 million, with projections indicating that it will reach about 237.5 million by the end of 2025. According to the Guardian newspaper, the annual population growth rate is 2.08%, with a significant number of the populace residing in urban areas, which is 53.9%. Major cities like Lagos, Kano, and Ibadan are experiencing substantial population increase. The rapid population growth has presented several socio-economic challenges, one of which is inflation. For population, impacts inflation and living costs due to higher demand for goods, services, and resources. A growing population increases the demand for food, housing, resources, and other necessities. If supply cannot keep pace, prices rise due to scarcity. Overcrowded cities face stretched public transport, water systems, and electrical supply, and higher costs of maintenance, upgrades, and alternative solutions. The second problem overpopulation creates is import dependency. It occurs when a country relies heavily on imported goods and services to meet its domestic need. Insufficient domestic industries to meet the demand of a growing population increases the demand for food, consumer goods, and resources, often exceeding production capacity. This results in the need to import essential goods to meet demand. Preference for foreign goods over locally made goods leads to a decline in local industries, and a weak currency such as the Nigerian naira makes importing goods more expensive, and over-reliance on imports creates a vicious circle which weakens the currency further. Nigerian unemployment rate, as reported by the National Bureau of Statistics, was over 33% in 2021. The expanding population has outpaced job creation, leading to a high unemployment rate, especially among youths. This situation has been exploited by groups like Boko Haram, which recruits unemployed youths, thereby stabilizing its economy. Addressing these socio-economic issues requires more than just population control. Improved policies, technological advancement, and global cooperation are essential to resource allocation and managing sustainable. Population must be seen as a fundamental issue that amplifies all other socio-economic challenges, and without effective population control measures, the path to sustainable development remains elusive. Population growth must be seen as a central priority in order to ensure long-term. Thomas Robert Malthus, in one of his books in 1798, as the principle of overpopulation, states that when the number of people in an area grows in a geometrical sequence and the number of food production and resources grows in an arithmetical sequence, reach a time when the production, food, and resources will not be able to meet the growing demands of a rising population, thereby leading to a high competition and scarcity of resources. I hope with this point of mine, I'll be able to convince you and not to confuse you that overpopulation remains a central priority that must be addressed as one of the current socio-economic.
I am Akiwandi Doris, and I stand before you to support the motion which states that global crisis is indeed to blame for the current socio-economic challenges in Nigeria. First, the Al-Qaeda's terrorism has reshaped global security and led to last longest socio-economic impact on Nigeria. Inspired by Al-Qaeda's ideology, Boko Haram emerged as a domestic terror group, wreaking havoc across northern Nigeria. According to the United Nations Development Program, Boko Haram's insurgency has displaced over 3 million people and claimed more than 30,000 lives. Entire communities were destroyed, creating a refugee crisis that strains national resources. The fear instilled by terrorism has also discouraged foreign direct investment, slowing economic growth in a region that desperately needs development. The government then redirected more substantial funds in an effort to counter terrorism while leaving behind other critical sectors like healthcare and education underfunded. Terrorism's impact goes beyond numbers. It tears at the fabric of societies. Communities that were once united by trust are now divided by fear. Schools were attacked, such as the infamous Chibok and Dapchi abduction, depriving children, particularly girls, of an education. Nobel laureate Malala Yousafzai reminds us, with guns can kill terrorists, but with education can kill terrorism. Addressing this issue requires global cooperation, investment in security, and tackling the root causes of radicalization, such as poverty and lack of education. Also, the global climate crisis is not a distant threat, it is a present reality, and Nigeria is one of its most vulnerable victims. Industrialized nations emitting vast amounts of greenhouse gases has created an environmental catastrophe that transcends borders. Nigeria's northern region faces prolonged drought and desertification, affecting agriculture and forcing farmers.
From the baffling increase in price to the unaffordable cost of food prices, from the socio-economic dichotomy between the rich and the poor, and the interracial divisions that we all have to battle with, have a global cause on the origin of Nigeria. With this I say, good evening Mr. Chairman, panel judges, timekeepers, my co-debaters, and my attentive audience. I am Obu Precious of SS3, standing before you to support the motion which states that global crisis is blamed for the socio-economic challenges that Nigeria faces. First of all, I'd like to define the key terms, which are social economy and global crisis. Global crisis can be defined as a situation that affects multiple countries and regions and poses a significant threat to their global stability. While social economy, it is the relationship between the social and economic factors of a country, which also affects other sectors. Nigeria, Africa's most populous country, and with a large economy, has been hit with several crises in recent years. One of such is the far-reaching effect of the human immunodeficiency virus infection, a global cause of morbidity and mortality. According to UNAIDS, 75,000 people have been newly infected with the virus, as data published in 2024 Global AIDS report. This disease has had several impacts on individuals and countries, driving national development gains, increasing poverty, especially in poor countries of the world. Globally, 38 million people were living with HIV/AIDS in 2019. This disease has also had impact on young adults and people in the productive age group, as well as household firms and the macroeconomy of affected countries. There is poor access to care and treatment for people living with HIV/AIDS, especially in Nigeria. Also, new colonialism, a subtle policy where a powerful country seeks political and economic control over another country, even if it is independent. It's a new form of colonialism, but it is cultural and economic dominance instead of direct rule. On equal trade agreements, to debt reliance to debt manipulations by foreign international financial institutions like the IMF, World Organization, and World Bank. Although formally independent since 1960, Nigeria has been embedded in an unequal colonial relationship under the guise of globalization. For instance, the extraction of oil by Shell PLC in 1956, a global multinational oil and gas company headquartered in London, England, began drilling in the Niger Delta region, and this has had several negative impacts, some of which are thousands of whitefish, human rights violations, and so on. Petroleum exploitation has perpetuated food insecurity, such as the death of food crops, loss of farmland, and very involved fishing activities, leading to loss of livelihood. This has stabilize the social economy and the standard of living of the Niger Delta people till today. Among numerous ways that decolonialism manifests itself, foreign intervention is especially conspicuous. One is the interference in Nigerian affairs through the instruments of financial debt. Due to the country's economic distress in the 1970s and 1980s, Nigeria became dependent on loans from the international financial institutions like the International Monetary Fund, which is the IMF, World Organization, and World Bank, which took advantage of the situation and forced Nigeria to implement neoliberal economic policies. Like other countries in the global south, Nigeria was subjected to a so-called adjustment program, including the promotion of austerity measures, large-scale privatization, opening of the national market to international trade, forcing many local business owners to lose their jobs. Rather than improving the country's
economy eats them.
Green's coming out. Oh, come Joe.
Marine, trying to sing the song of the women of my land. It pours power from the tears of God. It's all that remains of the women of my land who live and live the dying song, the dirge of their lives.
Okay, sorry. No, let us play now. Play my room. Something wrong with this Oh my God. Let me just come back. What happened to you? Take the time. What happened, please? Take the time. Take the time. Take the time. 7:30 p.m. How many times did you go and set the altar? Answer me. Just once. So the many programs is that what happened to that one? What happened to me? Is it that I can't send it? No, very stupid. I don't know hit it on your head. Why did you let me human being? You are very stupid, you know. What is it?
Hello. What's that? What's that? Hey, what's up, man? I didn't know. You said? No, you're not.
My daughter cannot open. Can I not send money? Why is my daughter also pay water? Are you crazy? Come. You're very... Don't worry.
Breaking news! An outstanding student named Akwaoka won an academic scholarship due to her brilliance and intelligence. She won a scholarship to Oxford University, sponsored by Student Scholarship Union. She won a check of $500,000. I'm sure her parents will be very pleased with her achievement. Congratulations!